The choices of Abina. Abina walked slowly away from her family house, a small bag hanging over her shoulder. The sun was setting behind her, casting long shadows on the dusty path. Tears filled her eyes, but she did not turn back. My family hates me, she murmured. I will go and look for a better life. She walked until she reached the roadside, where a trotro had stopped to pick up passengers. Gathering courage, she approached the driver. Is this car going to Accra? She asked. Yes, the driver replied. 100 cedis. Abina hesitated. She had no money. I don't have money. Please, can you help me? I can even sit on the floor. The driver looked at her for a moment, then sighed. Okay. Get in. Relief washed over her as she climbed in and sat on the floor. As the trotro moved, she watched her village fade into the distance, not knowing what awaited her in the city. When she arrived in Accra, everything felt overwhelming. The streets were crowded, people rushed past her, and no one seemed to notice her. With nowhere to go and no money, she wandered for hours, her feet aching and her stomach empty. As night fell, she found herself at a bus station where others were sleeping. She lay on the hard ground, using her bag as a pillow, staring into the darkness. The next morning, as she sat quietly, a young man approached her. What's your name? He asked. My name is Abina. And yours? I'm Kojo, he said. Why are you here all alone? Abina sighed. I came to the city to look for work. I've been here for 6 days, and I have nowhere to sleep. Kojo nodded with understanding. I sell pure water at night and work as a trotro maid during the day. I also sleep outside. You can join us, there are other girls like you. A small sense of hope rose in Abina's heart. Okay, she said. Kojo introduced her to his friends, and they welcomed her warmly. Though life was still hard, she was no longer alone. Soon, Abina began selling sachet water in traffic. With a bowl balanced on her head, she walked between cars, calling out, "Pure water. Pure water. Buy your chilled water." Days turned into weeks, and Abina slowly adapted to her new life. One night, about a month later, she stood among a crowd watching television at a public place. As she focused on the screen, a man approached her. Hello, my name is Kofi, he said. I'm Abina, she replied. What are you doing here at this time of night? He asked. As you can see, I'm watching TV, she said. I sell water, but I've closed for the day. Where do you come from? And where do you live? Kofi asked. I'm from Ghana, she answered quietly. I sleep outside. Kofi looked concerned. That's not good. I have a big room. Would you like to come with me? Abina paused. She was unsure, but she also knew how difficult her life had been. Yes. But I need to say goodbye to my friends. Okay, Kofi agreed. She took him to meet Kojo. Kojo, this is Kofi, my uncle. He would like me to come and stay with him, she said. Kojo nodded politely. Nice meeting you. Please take care of her. She is our friend. I will, Kofi replied. Abina got into Kofi's car, leaving behind the only friends she had made in the city. As they drove through the streets, she watched the lights pass by, her heart filled with both fear and hope. When they arrived, Kofi stepped out and opened the gate. This is my house. Welcome, he said. Abina looked around, amazed. Thank you, she said softly. Then, with a tired smile, she added, I'm very hungry. For the first time in a long while, she felt that maybe, just maybe, her life was about to change. Abina and Emmanuel began seeing each other secretly behind Gabriel's back. Gabriel trusted Abina deeply. He never suspected anything. To him, she was faithful, and their home was safe. But behind that trust, another life was unfolding. Emmanuel visited the house freely. He ate the food Abina cooked, sat comfortably in Gabriel's space, and when Gabriel left for work, he and Abina continued their hidden relationship. Abina even supported Emmanuel financially while he was in his final year at school. Emmanuel loved her genuinely, and she seemed to love him too. For a time, everything remained hidden. A year later, Abina got a new job as a hotel manager. Her life improved, and she met another man, Vincent. They exchanged numbers, began talking, and soon started dating. Once again, Abina was involved with more than one man at the same time. Eventually, the truth reached Emmanuel. The pain was too much for him. "You're cheating on me. And Gabriel?" he asked. Abina did not deny it. "I don't love you anymore," she said. Emmanuel broke down and begged her not to leave him, but Abina had already moved on. Not long after, Abina discovered she was pregnant. But she did not know who the father was. Faced with uncertainty, she made a choice. She ended things with Vincent and Emmanuel and told Gabriel the pregnancy was his. Gabriel accepted the responsibility without question. Emmanuel could not handle the heartbreak. After completing his final exams, he left Accra. Vincent also left. Abina remained with Gabriel, who did everything he could to care for her and make her happy. But even then, her life did not settle. At 6 months pregnant, Abina met another man, E.W.T. He showed interest in her, and once again, she told a lie. She said the man responsible for her pregnancy had abandoned her. E.W.T. believed her. And another relationship began. Later, without informing E.W.T., Abina disappeared from his life. 3 months later, she gave birth to a baby boy. When she looked closely at the child, she noticed something striking. The baby looked exactly like Emmanuel. Abina kept this realization to herself. But deep down, she knew the truth. Gabriel loved his son deeply and named him David. He cared for him with all his heart and did everything a devoted father could do. But Abina continued living a different life. She kept moving from one man to another, becoming involved with wealthy sugar daddies and spending time with them, even in their offices. Gradually, she stopped being intimate with Gabriel altogether. Gabriel noticed the distance and begged her not to leave him. He did everything possible to make her happy, but Abina no longer loved him. The only reason she stayed was because Gabriel was respectful, responsible, and a good father. When David turned 3, Gabriel enrolled him in school. While Abina was often busy with work and her own personal life, Gabriel took on most of the responsibilities at home. He cooked. He washed. He cared for David. Abina, however, seemed unconcerned. Later, she rented a new apartment for herself, Gabriel, and their son. She also decided to further her education by enrolling in school. One day, Gabriel came home with a friend named Samuel. The moment Abina saw Samuel, something changed inside her. For the first time, she felt what she believed was true love. Gabriel happily introduced them. "This is my friend Samuel," Gabriel said. Abina and Samuel exchanged greetings, but soon after, they also exchanged phone numbers. As they talked more, Samuel confessed his feelings. "Abina, I love you," he said. "But because of Gabriel, we can never be together." Abina felt heartbroken. She admitted that she felt the same way. "I love you too," she confessed. "But this is wrong." Despite knowing it was wrong, they continued talking every day on WhatsApp. Their bond grew stronger. Their feelings deepened. One night, during a power outage, Samuel told Abina he wasn't feeling well. Concerned, Abina rushed to his room to check on him. But the moment she arrived, Samuel pulled her close, kissed her, and confessed that he could no longer control his feelings. Abina gave in. That night, they crossed the line and became lovers. Abina fell deeply in love with Samuel. She always asked Gabriel to invite Samuel over to eat with them. Anytime she saw Samuel, her face lit up with happiness. But the moment he left, her attitude changed. She became cold and distant toward Gabriel. At night, when Gabriel tried to touch her, she pushed him away. Still, Gabriel remained a devoted father. He bathed their son, took him to school with their small car, and did his best to keep the family together. Abina, however, was focused on Samuel. Every morning, she prepared breakfast and sent it to Samuel's house. When Gabriel went to work, she often visited Samuel. Sometimes, they went to the beach together, bought food, and spent time like a couple. They were deeply involved with each other. One day, Abina received a call from a woman. The woman introduced herself as Samuel's girlfriend. She complained that Samuel was treating her badly and asked Abina to talk to him. Shocked, Abina confronted Samuel. Samuel didn't deny it. He told her, "Because you are still with Gabriel, I cannot wait for you. I love you, but I won't wait forever." Those words hit Abina hard. She made a decision. "I will leave Gabriel for you," she promised. That same evening, Abina went home and asked Gabriel to leave. Gabriel was heartbroken. He begged her. He cried. But Abina did not change her mind. Gabriel packed his bags and moved into his workshop. But things did not go as Abina expected. Samuel began to change. He insulted her. He made her feel worthless. Still, Abina held on. She cried and begged him not to leave her. One day, something inside her shifted. She gathered courage and blocked Samuel. That was the turning point. Abina found a new job and began to focus on herself and her son. For the first time in a long while, she started to grow, to heal, and to love herself more. Life slowly changed. Gabriel also moved on. He met another woman and started a new life. Abina, too, met a man named Alex. Alex was different. He loved her deeply. Abina told him everything about her past, every mistake, every relationship. But Alex still chose her. He married her. He accepted her son, David, as his own. He bought her a house and a car. He enrolled David, now 10 years old, in one of the best schools. Abina became faithful. For the first time, she chose peace over chaos. Gabriel was allowed to see his son twice every week, and the co-parenting remained respectful. Abina never told Gabriel David was not his son. She had hurt Gabriel so much already. Abina was finally happy. Her life had changed. Later, she became pregnant again and gave birth to triplet girls. As she held them in her arms, she made a promise: she would love them. She would protect them. And they would never suffer the way she once did. And this time, Abina meant it. The end. Follow for more stories.